Hi everyone, welcome to Mobile Heroes 2021 info session. I'm Phoebe and I am responsible for this contest, and online with me, also the one who organizes this meeting, is my colleague Tiffany. I am going to introduce you what Mobile Hero is, what it offers, what we are looking for, and why you should participate. Okay, so far, everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
You sound fine.
Okay. 20 years ago, the Industrial Development Bureau under the Ministry of Economic Affairs, which is the agency responsible for nurturing Taiwan's ICT industry, came about this idea to build a dynamic platform to identify the talents in Taiwan and to introduce innovations to drive the industrial growth. So Mobile Heroes was hence created to become the longest running tech contest in Taiwan. Greatly supported by Taiwan's government and industry partners, as you can see on screen, like chip makers, telecom operators, equipment vendors, system integrators, platform service providers, and of course investors. So since 2002, when the smartphones device market started sprouting, the contest theme was focused on antenna and app design. Until 2014, the Internet of Things started to draw everyone's attention. Our topics were designed in alignment with the industry trend. Every year, the platform has attracted hundreds of contestants to submit proposals for new ideas. Most importantly, they get to engage with the industry, find mentors, and even establish business relationships with the stakeholders. And last year, we have 4 tracks. IoT Challenge, mainly for domestic contestants. And second is Connectivity Innovation Awards, which is the international track that we are sharing today. And 5G multiple antenna system design and 5G application. We have a lot of contestants who developed into companies or optimized their solutions, products, or technology after Mobile Heroes contest. Some of them were mentored, some were invested, and some have gone global. That's why today we have invited these graduates to share their stories. Before that, I would like to take a little bit of time to review the contest last year, 2020. The impact on traveling because of coronavirus has been hard on everyone. However, it didn't stop teams from overseas participating in the contest. Last year, the first ever international track was launched and attracted startups from 10 countries to join the platform. And once you're selected into the short list, this is what we offer. Not only you can get to meet physically or virtually with the judging panel, and as mentioned, all of them are from Taiwanese ICT industry, but also we provide 2 to 3 months of resources for the supervision of the finalists to strengthen the capacity of the talents, from technical workshops to mentor program. You may say it's a consultation session with the experts from Taiwan before you enter this market. For example, the experts from legal department, finance department, and industrial leaders. And this is some footage from last year when we have those mentors program. And this is the workshop and also the meeting session with the judges. Final judging and awarding day will be at the end of the year. That at that particular day, the finalists will be able to see all of the corporate sponsors. By this chance, the teams can also enhance their exposure through the exhibition of results and matchmaking to connect with more resources. Before I go into the participating details, I would like to invite our first speaker from OVA. OVA is a startup focusing on AI-enabled immersed software technology, and they were also one of the contestants last year from the international track. Hi, Brian, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, so the floor is yours. You may share your screen once.
All right, can everyone see my slideshow?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian. I'm from OVA, and I represent StellarX, our product. It's for immersive content creation. Now, to just briefly go over our product and company, we actually started in 2014 when we were first contracted by Lockheed Martin to create an immersive virtual training program for them. As you know, Lockheed Martin is a specialist. It specializes in weapons technology. They need like a safer training program for their employees. And this is where we started, and we thought about creating virtual environments and programs is very, very hard. And if only there is a better way to democratize that and enable everyone with all levels of experience to participate in the creation of virtual environments. And so we started with a small team, but over the years, now in 2020, we've gathered 30 plus members working on the product from across different professional fields: Windows, Google, Unity. That's where our product is based on. And so let me tell you a story that took place in the year 2020. And the name is called Coronavirus. And as you probably know, coronavirus has deeply impacted the way we live, the way we work, and especially for industries that want to talk about, how companies onboard their new employees, right? Because of like all these restrictions, employees couldn't make it to their on-site locations for like training and stuff. And this is where StellarX comes into the rescue. We provide solution for employers to use our product to create these kind of virtual environments. And when I say create, it's not just what you see here, like putting things in the environment. We also provide, as you can see, the node-based programming interface, so that if you want like special interactions when something occurs, when A occurs, B happens, all these kinds of interactions can be realized in our product. And so this is like one of our demos with our partnership with the Royal Canadian Navy. And it doesn't just stop there. We are still expanding our solution. So what you can see right now is Cognitive 3D. We're currently partnering with them so that when we create virtual training programs, we also provide metrics to the creators to see that, like how well this training program is doing. How well does a user learn from these training programs? There's like heat maps, tests, and then evaluations to help you really evaluate how well a user is training. And then we are also partnering up with Sketchfab, which is arguably the largest 3D model sharing platform in the world. And basically what we're doing here is allowing content creators to directly download 3D models from Sketchfab and drag and drop them into your scene. So you don't have to exit StellarX and head into the nitty-bitty codes of Unity and drag and drop them into it. No, all of this can be done within StellarX. And this page just lists some of our ongoing partnership: Northwell Health, Royal Canadian Navy. We are also partnering up with Nikon in Japan. So that's a pretty exciting thing to work on. And right here, this is just a brief plan of our revenue. So we have basically 3 plans, and we're all implementing them. And hopefully we'll be able to roll them out later this year. I say that because I'm responsible for that. So yeah. And so basically this is just a brief growth forecast of our the upcoming few years. So this is basically my presentation from last year to 2020. And this is probably around like 3 to 4 minutes, I guess. But so now I'm going to head into the lessons learned from last year. And that presentation was 3 to 4 minutes. But you have to realize that I was only allowed like around 3 minutes to go through the entire presentation. And when I say presentation, it's not just about presenting your company. It's also about presenting your product, right? So what do you want to talk about? Like, you only have 3 minutes, and if you have a lot to talk about your product, then you might want to like consider cutting some details, like on your information on your company, such as like history or such. I think revenue is a pretty important section to talk about, but also having a show and tell, having a demonstration of your product really helps people to understand what your company is really doing and what your product really is about. So that's a really big plus in my opinion. And then, so as I said in the last slide, time, space, people, and the inevitable. So next on is space. Last year's space was an open space venue. Oh, I'm talking about the finals. Was an open space venue, and there was a lot of distraction. There was people like coming by, and like, you know, and like a lot of noise, people just talking in crowds. And so given all these constraints, how are you going to show and tell? So for example, if your product is heavily based on audio, then you might want to consider borrowing a couple of very powerful speakers, or else people won't be able to hear or experience your product. And if your product is heavily based on visuals like ours, then you might want to borrow a large TV, which they did lend us a good TV. Thank you. So yeah, so you have to plan like for like open space venues and all these distractions. And yeah, it's just really some stuff to think about. And then next is the people. There's only one point. It's just to be nice to each other. You know, like it's good to learn from other companies, and you know, just cheer them up. If you show them some respect and love, they'll show respect and love back to you. So I was so I was like making good friends with the French team and the US team from last year, and that was just like pretty amazing experience to think. And then last but not least, the inevitable, and this refers to all the opportunities that pop up without notice, and or the make or break moments. For instance, last year I was contacted by the organizers that some of the higher ups in the government are coming to visit, and I had to shrink my presentation down to 1 minute and give like an actual demo. So it's like 30-second demo to them. And so I had to, like, after my presentation, I had to spend more time, extra time on putting together that presentation. And I thought everything went well, except my headset panicked because there were too many people surrounding those officers, and basically the spatial mapping didn't work with high volumes of people. So I think that's the make or break moment for me, and that definitely broke me very, very hard. So the hard lesson is always assume that something is going to break during your presentation. And besides besides planning for the worst, always plan for the worst. But also think about how are you going to deal with these awkward situations. Like you can't stop talking, because when you stop talking, then it means that you panic. That's a sign of you panicking. So basically what I did was to just joke around, try to brush it off lightly and continue. Although I only had 1 minute, but I just tried to keep talking and keep on the momentum. And so, yeah, just basically carried me through that moment. So yeah, basically that's the lessons. I understand and I fully believe that all of you guys with me here have more presentation experience than I have, but just wanted to share my experience from last year. And yeah, so that leads to my last slide. Thank you. I'm Brian Tang from OVA, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Brian. Yeah, I'm sure the last part of the lessons, you mean the experience at the final awarding day, right? All those obstacles that and limitation that you have encountered. Yes. So I'm just recapping for the audience that before the final and awarding day is actually the last part of the whole contest in the year, and before that we will prepare either physically or maybe mentally to for these contestants, like tell them what to prepare and what they might encounter. Thank you very much, Brian. And next we have the winner from 2018, Relajet. Team from Relajet will share with us their stories and their journey in Mobileheroes and after Mobileheroes.
Hello?
Yes, very clear.
Yes. Okay, good. So, first of all, I'm Tin Shen from Relajet, and I'm in charge of business development. Really glad to be invited to share some of our experience and what we have accomplished since we attended the Mobile Hero contest back in 2018. Which is also the year that Relajet was founded by Blue Chen and Jack Chen. We are a company focusing on a audio technology which can improve the voice quality of hearing aids and personal sound application product. We provide products and solutions of hearing aids. We are also partnering with Qualcomm to leverage the BT platform, and also we are Microsoft AI Infinity partners to leverage the cloud infrastructure systems. We also gain a medical certification of ISO 13485, which is a certification allows us to manufacture hearing aids, because hearing aid is a medical device in US and also in Taiwan. One of our founder, Blue Chen himself, was born with severe hearing loss, so he understands the difficulty that the hearing aid users might face, especially when you are wearing hearing aid and you are trying to make conversations with other people in a noise environment. For example, like a restaurant, like a pub, when all the sounds comes from the little device in your ear, it's hard for hearing aid users to focus on the voice, which is actually trying to talking to them. So Blue Chen himself developed our technology, which is called AI speech separation engine. We can separate different speakers' voice, and we can enhance certain voice for our users so they can easily make conversation even in a noisy environment. And as the average age of our society is growing older, hearing impaired population was increased very rapidly. Numbers from WHO, 466 million people worldwide has disabled hearing loss, and over 900 million people are estimated to have disabled hearing loss by 2015. So this is a huge population of people suffering from hearing aid. But current estimates suggest there is an 83 gap in hearing aid need and use. We think the reason why that people suffering from hearing loss does not using hearing aid It's because in the current hearing aid market, the product is very prohibitive, and also the sound quality is not quite certificated for the hearing aid users. So we are trying to solve this kind of issues in hearing industry. So we launched our own product, Auto Hearing Aid. This is a relatively affordable hearing aid brand to directly sell to the customers. Because original Relajet was only selling solutions and technologies for brands and for ODMs to apply our technology. But this year we are trying to launch our own brand to directly to the markets. So all of our products was built in our speech separation engines, which can let them to make easy compositions everywhere. We can capture the voice and enhance certain voice, so they will not be bothered by other people's talking next table, for example, in a restaurant. The first one of our product we will be launching this year. I'm showing the product in the screen. This one, this is the neckband type. We are building this with a Qualcomm QCCBD chip and also with our speech separation engines. This is a product with a rechargeable battery. We know that hearing aid users might use this kind of product for a long time in a day, so we also have the quick charging built in this kind of product. And we also know that many people, especially for elder users, they are not very familiar with the apps. So we have physical buttons for volume control and also can switch some modes for them to deal with different environments. So back to 2018, when we are just founded, we are really focused on our technologies and ideas. But the thing about startups is that we have to gain some reputations in the industry so they can know what we are doing and how great is our technology. So I think Mobileheroes is a great platform to do such things, because Taiwan has a strong and rich ecosystem of ICT industry. So through Mobileheroes, we have established many partnerships with stakeholders. The most important part for us is we are able to apply our technology and build a real product leveraging this ICT ecosystem. So we are lucky to be selected as one of the winners back in 2018. So it's quite a great experience because we are only founded back in 2018. We also have a lot of people maybe see the news coverage of Mobileheroes and counselors say, "Hey, you have a great technology. How about we partner up and use your technology to build some products?" So basically, this is my presentation and our stories for attending Mobileheroes and after Mobileheroes. Okay.
Thank you, Tim. And I noticed that in the picture of my hero, you're probably one of them, and you look better now.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you very much. Our third speaker from VMFi, they are the second runner-up in 2019 Mobileheroes. After Mobileheroes, they were elected the representative of Taiwan technological innovation and took part in CES 2020. Let's hear about their story.
Hi everyone, I'm Maxwell, the founder of VMFi. Our solution is intimate wall language barrier. As you know, a language barrier is the wall problem for communication. As you see, sometimes you have a foreign speaker and you need to real-time translation in the speech. But real-time translation is quite expensive. You need 10K USD a day for translator, and also you need a lot of wireless radio. It's another 10K USD. So we use the AI and the smartphone. So our voice AI can translate speech translation for you, and also the visitor, you can have your own smartphone. We use the Wi-Fi broadcasting to your smartphone to listen from, for example, like I speak in English, so they can listen in Chinese. So that be very easier. For example, our solution actually adopted in the 2020 Mobile Hero ceremony. The speaker and everyone is speaking in Chinese, but the foreign visitor, they are using our solution and listen in English from the smart device. Actually, it's not only in conference. We are helping all of the industry, not only in conference. Actually, in education and tourism, they all need the real-time translation service, but it's too expensive for them. So, for example, you have been to the Summer Lake. The black tea is very famous. A lot of the Japanese people, tourism, go there, but the speaker only can speak in Chinese to share the black tea story in Summer Lake. So they use our solution. Our teacher share the black tea story in Chinese, but everyone is listened by their handset, and they are listened in Japanese speech. Not only in tourism, also in education. Last year we go with Jinan National University. A lot of international students from Indonesia, but they are first year in Taiwan. They cannot really have a good Chinese lesson ability to listen the speaker in Chinese. So they also, the teacher speak in Chinese. They use the smartphone and listen in English to learn quickly and helping them study more easier in the university. Now also in traditional industry, they have a lot of tourism in industry. So you can, even you cannot speak in English, you also can introduce your industry for foreign people. And we got a lot of clients from Taiwan, of course, and Hong Kong, in Japan, and also dealers. Let's share. We are joined the Mobile Hero in 2019, and we are very grateful to thank the Mobile Hero, because in Mobile Hero periods, we are selected by Japan Relajet, and they pick up us to Japan to join the Relajet, and we also got the Relajet Grand Prix Award from Japan, and helping we explore our solution in Japan, and not only on Relajet, also for go to the CES, and one more is we also have, because we joined the Mobile Hero in 2019, we have been seen by Qualcomm, so we are picked up in QITC Qualcomm Innovation in Taiwan Challenge in 2020, and even right now in 2021, we work with Qualcomm ecosystem with a lot of the different business side, and for SEA and the future and Japan market. As you know, Taiwan city have smart city plan a lot. So Mobile Hero connect to us to a lot of different project in Taiwan, and also the Relajet connect to out to Japan, and the Qualcomm is connect to worldwide. And that's it. The initial from the VMFi, and we wish you can join the Mobile Hero from this year to connect to the worldwide with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maxwell. Just let me go back to, in case other audience didn't know, that Qualcomm is one of our sponsors, corporate sponsors for around 14 years now this year. Yeah. And they have this QITC program for started a couple of years ago. So during this on our platform, they will see some suitable companies or teams that they can introduce to their contest as well, and from there you will spring out a lot of other more opportunities.
Yes.
And also the resort tag to Okinawa is from one of our mentorship program.
Yes.
Yes. So within those, after you enter the short list, you have the access to these resources, either to those the corporate companies, or you find partnership, or you can refine your own technology, or either find some international opportunities. Yes. Thank you very much, Maxwell.
Thank you.
And next, now we're coming down to the last speaker from 3D Rans, the first place winner in 2016. Yeah, so from 2016 to last year, 2020. They're now the leading B2B software solution provider and the leader of telematics mobile location data platform service. But do you know that their project back in 2016 is actually very different from what they're doing right now? So let's hear about their story. Welcome OEO and his video.
Hi, I'm OEO, the co-founder and CEO of 3D Rans. Thanks for the Communications Industry Development Project Office and the Mobile Heroes invitation. We are honored here to share our startup experience with you and how Mobile Heroes resources to help us after the competition. I was a software engineer for 7 years after I graduated from NTU, National Taiwan University. I majored in computer science, so I went to IC Design House. Actually, this is the scene I see every day, day to day. One day, I get a sentence. In Chinese, it's 做一份有趣的工作，好过一份有钱的工作。In English, it means doing an interesting job is better than a rich job. So, I decided to quit the job and try to do something different. I started to find some contests online, try to enter some keyword, influential price, haha. So I quickly get the answer, Mobile Heroes. We start to research topics. We try to search for answers. Do our best to find the resource you want. We propose a wearable positioning device with wireless communication. Mountain accidents more than you think. It's happening in every 2 days in Taiwan. Over 60% hikers get lost in mountain without communication. We propose a solution to solve the problem. Briefly introduce the product features. First, 15 kilometers long distance communication without gateway. Second, regularly to send GPS and vital information. Third, emergency notification button. Fourth, no SIM card installed. Fifth, low power consumption. We use the LoRa technology to solve the problem, and we call it Sheba. Our slogan is Zero Mountain Accident, starting from Sheba. Due to the time limits, I won't play the video here. If you are interested, you can find it on YouTube. Oh, by the way, I think a clear and easy to understand video can help you to convince the judge. For us, the training process from Mobileheroes contest is very helpful and important. We can experience the feeling of the entrepreneurship. We can feel the feedback from the judge review. To participate in a contest is a good start point to start your business. You can learn to express ideas. You can understand the market demand. You can develop team chemistry. It is so-called team building. I think this is the most important thing. Even the contest is over, but you are still Mobileheroes, right? You still get a lot of resources from them. They invite students to attend the Smart City Summit and Expo to get many media exposure, to approach many potential B2B buyers. They invite students to be a Computex forum speaker to share insights with industry experts from all over the world. They help you to go global, then go fast. Starting a business is actually not easy. You need partners, you need supply chain list, you need connections, you need support from government. Mobileheroes is now looking to welcome more international teams to participate. Join Mobileheroes now. Thank you.
I have to thank you, OEO, even though you're not here right now, but this video is really good. Yeah, thank you, OEO. So that's the last team of today's sharing session. And as you see, we have all different kinds of team and startups joining Mobileheroes, whether you're already a company and you actually want to test if your product or solution is workable on the market, then this is also a good platform that you can have this team building opportunity or get more exposure, the opportunity for your exposure. Before we wrap it up, I will take another 5 minutes to go to run through a little bit of details for participating. Okay. So for our guests today, the Foreign Office who are interested to invite your startups or anyone you know who might be interested to join Mobileheroes 2021, here are some important parts that you can know. The eligibility, actually you can be an individual or company or a team up to 5 people, but only one entry can be submitted, which means you cannot one team or 2 teams submit a lot of different projects. Okay. Criteria for shortlist selection. The judge panel will review by your innovative level of technological development, commercialization feasibility, and your sustainability. Judging panel, as mentioned, are all the corporate sponsors join, and this year we have already some biggest telecom operators and SI and chip maker and platform providers in the corporate sponsor. And last is the prize. Shortlisters will gain access to sponsor resources like workshops, mentorship, and the development to facilitate development of your product, your solution, or even your go to Taiwan market strategy. And judging panel will select winners. We will pick 2. One for the gold medal award is the winner prize is $30,000, and the second merit award can win 15,000 USD for prize money. But I'm sure the opportunity is more important than money. And last one, here I would like to mention that a lot of people have asked about this question: when can we start to register? And here at here in red, it says the end of April 2021 to the end of June 2021. So the online registration will start approximately at the end of April. But once it starts, the website's ready to register, we will definitely send the link out and everyone will be able to, and you will not miss out. So you have 2 months to prepare. Actually, they can prepare start from now and just go online and register from April, the end of April. And the shortlisters will be announced at the end of July after basically 3 to 4 weeks selecting process. And from August to September is the value-added service, which is those private board director mentorship and also other training, or if you have any questions to you want to access to our experts, we can arrange that as well. And final, this year is a little bit different from last year. Like Brian, you guys can actually register again because this year we moved the final before the awarding day, so you will have a quieter space for you to do your presentation without too much distraction. This is one thing you can know. You can tell your teams that the final will be October. And for those who are overseas and cannot join physically, don't worry. We also hold this competition in a hybrid mode, which means you can do your presentation or ask questions or those mentorship program online. And finally, the award presentation day will be around mid-November. And that day, we will announce the result and the finalists will present their work to corporate sponsors and all the other leaders in the industry, and of course, including very higher-end officers from Taiwan. So Mobileheroes is a platform supported by Taiwanese government for 20 years. So this year is the 20th anniversary, and it will be very, very helpful for the teams. This is a great first step for contestants to connect their networks and leverage the resources we can provide. Also, it can help us as a government to introduce more ideas and solutions to Taiwan industry. So please join us and create more synergy. Thank you.
3, 2, 1, say cheese.